we live?
Yes.
We're early.
That's
What can
the
you see,
first
Joe?
time.
Nothing coming up yet.
Tam says hi. ZX1100A1 says hello, Stephen.
Okay, there we go.
Here we go.
I'll change your settings here. Playback quality. 480. Is it 9 o'clock? Not yet.
Nope.
What's happening, everyone? We'll just wait for a few more to tune in. Welcome to the live opening of the tank full of diesel bug.
We already done it.
Hopefully we don't set the place on fire somehow. How many we got there, buddy?
We have, where does it tell me that? 28.
28. Nice little number.
A lot of people getting drunk because there's a lot of people saying bug.
So apparently the patrons are playing a drinking game. Anytime bug is mentioned, you got to drink. So drink.
Responsibly.
This buggy tank is full of bugs right now, and we got to get the diesel bug out of here. And hopefully the other side doesn't have too many bugs. But there's what, 5 drinks right there.
Should be on your second can now.
Okay, so welcome to the live. This is going live to our patrons right now, so if you are here, thanks for being a patron. The beauty of that is that you guys can be part of the chat. We've got our chief moderator here who's going to be asking your questions to us. But the idea of this is for you guys to feel like you're in here with us right now, discovering what's in this tank. We know that there's sludge in there. We can kind of see down these holes. We took these off, and we saw that there's just a lot of black down there. One of the challenges we're probably going to have is a baffle in the middle of this tank, so we'll have to approach that as it comes. But ask away, chat away, ask your questions. At the end of the tank cutting, we will do a Q&A. So if you have any questions about anything, nothing's off limits. So go for it. Who's in the room with us? This is Jamie.
Hey guys. Live, I can't say much.
Yeah, we can't edit this. This is one take. We're not going to say any F words. We might allow a couple of S words. But yeah, we're going to be on our best behaviour. But I'm Colin. I'll be your host for the evening. It's 9 o'clock in the morning here. I think it's about 8 p.m. in Florida, where a lot of you guys are. But we have a special guest with us. That is the chosen one.
The one and only.
Yeah. Guys. So that's a huge spoiler. To explain what's happening, our videos are about 3 weeks behind real time. So we've just been working on the blisters. This is the first time we're going to be doing anything with this tank, really, apart from getting this lid made. So yeah, this is all happening live right now. This is going to go it's going to go public on Sunday, our normal episode time.
Depends if we have to edit it.
Yeah, unless this goes to shit, and no one's going to be seeing it except the patrons. No, yeah, it's going to go out on Sunday. So just so you know what's happening, we're going to be going back to 3 weeks ago, next Sunday, and I think Chose arrives a week or two after that on the episode, so you can see him arriving and going to meet the dogs and everything. But before we get started, we have to do a special shout out to MTN. They are our internet providers. We just renewed our contract with them, and part of that was to do a live using only the internet they provide. So they've given us Starlink and 5G as well, so that 5G card can go into the router. And we don't actually have Wi-Fi in this corner of the shipyard here. So this is all thanks to MTN, and part of the deal was for us to let you guys know about what they do. So they provide internet solutions for any size yacht, but they combine different forms of internet. So they can go the LEO satellites, which are what Starlink uses. They can, if something happens to that, they can move to another satellite like the GeoSats. And then if that fails, they can go to 5G, which is the cell phone data. So they got you covered. The best thing about it though is that they have a 24/7 like help center, and we've used that. We've only had to use it once, and that was actually a couple months ago when we're coming out of Malaysia. The Starlink dropped out for a moment, and we were trying to upload an episode for you guys. We're about to go across the Malacca Straits where there'd be no cell service. So I got in just in time with the WhatsApp chat, and there was something wrong with the satellite prescription at that time, and they got us back online and we got the episode up. So it's really handy for that 24-hour service. So their website is mtmsat.com. So send them an email if you're interested in getting some internet. So thank you guys. Because of you, we can do this right now. So what's the plan of attack here, big guy?
Just go for it. Isn't it lunchtime yet? we'll take you to lunch.
So we have the tag here. This is the lid that Frederick made for us. He's a local welder here. We put 4 bolts in it just to sort of line it up, and we've got this rubber gasket. It was a real mission trying to get nitrile rubber, which is the only sort of rubber that you want to use for fuel. You can get neoprene anywhere here, but that's slowly going to disintegrate over time. I chatted with my mate Brian from Delos about it. Apparently he had a bit of trouble with his tank, so he gave us a few tips. That's the nitrile rubber there. We had an idea to leave this gasket whole, because if you cut it out where the hole is, diesel could get on the top side of it and leak here. But if you keep it in one piece, the only place it can really leak is out the threads or under the gasket here, or the seal. So that's going to go in one piece. Here we have it. How's this going to go? So first things first, we've got to get the jigsaw blade down in there somehow. So we're going to drill a hole. I'm going to do the honors.
Here we go, guys.
Should do a pilot hole first, maybe. You got it? Any questions there, Charles?
Well, Mel wants to know if I feel like Geraldo Rivera. No. When are you going to be in Thailand?
Thailand, good question.
Here we go.
Tam Tam's got a good one. Where is the fire extinguisher?
Right there. Pretty thin tank. That's going to be one of the challenges with sealing this, is that this tank's so thin. As we torque up these bolts, it may want to warp the aluminium slightly. So we're going to have a nice little challenge there.
How much diesel is in there?
0 liters. Intentionally.
Are you considering adding a fuel polishing system after this? Yes. Running around says, dang, Jamie, too big of a bit.
Oi.
Jeez, we got the bluntest drill there.
Oi.
We're in. Should we just do all 4 while we're at it? Thailand, we're going to be there hopefully in real time, which is right now. We should be splashing in about a month if all things go well, and then head up to Phuket, where we're going to carry on doing some more work. probably go closer to the corner. We're going to do a solar upgrade. We've got air conditioning coming. It's arrived. We're going to install that.
Do you just thread the top of the tank or use something else to hold the bolts when you're done? You just threaded them.
So the way that we're going to do it, I think this was different to Brian, but we are going to have this set up here. Don't know if you can see that. It's a... Just go for it. It's a bolt from underneath that's tapped and threaded into the tank.
Brad Bart wants to know, what about metal shavings in the tank?
We're gonna clean it out.
Yeah.
So that'll be threaded into the tank with a fiber washer. We've then got some Loctite 577, which is fuel grade thread sealant. But the fiber washer will do a lot of that sealing itself. Again, it's tapped into the tank and torqued up nice and tight. And then the seal goes on, or the gasket, and then the tank lid. And then we've got a nylon washer to separate the stainless steel from the aluminium, because that's dissimilar metals. And then we've got a nut on top of that. And with that bolt torqued into the tank, we should be able to torque that nut up nicely and clamp that all together. Got a really close spacing between the holes. Hopefully that's enough. Let's do a cut. Chose, you want to make the first cut?
Sure. No, go ahead.
These
Your comments are going quick.
What was, did I answer the other question?
Here's the question. Would you need to clean the tank if you'd been able to get diesel biocide to deal with the bug issue?
The amount of sludge that we saw just down the fuel sender was a significant amount. Might have been able to get away with throwing a ton of biocide in there and just having it flushed out. Oh, the diesel transfer system. Yes, I've designed one and I'm basically finished with it. Chosen just arrived with a fuel flow meter, which is the last thing that I wanted on there. And we're going to install that in the engine room here, but that's going to be able to take fuel from one tank, polish it, send it back to that tank. It's going to be able to take the fuel and transfer it to the other tank, which is on the other side of the boat. And it's also, through a sequence of valve changes, allow me to go from this tank and use this fuel to run the other engine. So it covers every single situation that I can think of. And it's going to be using our existing rate cores in there. So I was going to buy a whole new setup and thought, we've already got rate core and water separators on the boat. Just use them. So that's the plan.
Rummin' Around wants to know, are you going to do an inspection port in the other tank as well?
Absolutely. We've already got the aluminium lid for it. We actually pressure tested this tank already. So we've bunged up the vent for this tank. We closed the valves, and just with this bike pump attached to a hose going in through the fuel pickup, and this gauge that I bought the other day, we were able to pressurize the tank. I think we just went up to 1 psi. So, you know, didn't want to do any damage to anything. And this tank held its pressure. So we're going to do the same thing once we've got the lid on and spray it with detergent and stuff, just to make sure that this isn't leaking. Because this is mine and Britt's cabin. So if she leaks, we'll be smelling diesel fumes. Who's going to do this cut? Everyone's scared.
There you go. Especially when you hit this baffle here and she flies everywhere.
I'll do the end one.
How are you going to get the sludge out?
We've got a wet back, like a shop vac setup. First we've got a extraction pump. We'll get all the diesel out. That could be quite tricky because it's going to keep picking up bits of sludge, but try to get to the lowest point, get all the diesel out, and then vacuum all of the sludge out, and then we're going to make up a diesel and biocide mix, and I've got a pressurized spray bottle. I'm just going to spray all the walls and then pump that out, do it again, just flush this system out with biocide. The big debate for the last week or so has been what to do with the $500 worth of fuel in the other tank, and I think we've come to the conclusion that we should be able to reuse it. So if we polish it into this tank and then polish it back and clean that tank and then polish it back into it with biocide, technically there should be absolutely nothing wrong with that fuel. It'll get 2 filtration attempts through it to polish it. It just seemed like a waste to throw that diesel away. So I think that's the consensus at the moment. Let me know if I've missed any crucial elements to that theory, and we can't get in from that way.
There we go, first problem.
ZX1100A1, how much of a convex is on the top side of that tank? If it's excessive, then threading those bolts from the underside may then splay out a bit, making the cover a
So we got Frederick to bend this for us, and so there's a slight curve in it, and it's shaped nicely to the top of the tank there. So no gaps, even just with it sitting there. So as we draw these bolts in, I think it's going to be fine, but maybe eating my words there. All right, let's do this. How loud is this going to be?
Here.
Can we get in? Come in this way? Oh, we can't come in that way either. We're going to need another hole.
Now you can come this way.
Oof, I can just get in.
How loud's this going to be?
MFs, guys. PPE.
We're at the silent disco now, Chose.
Did you type that, Alan? Blade fell out. Take 2.
Is it that way?
Better unplug this one. I do that. Okay, just a minor technical difficulty here.
I think that might be a bit big, is it?
Size. Any questions, Joe?
After this, what will be your normal frequency for polishing the fuel out of precaution?
That's a great question. Haven't thought that far ahead. What do you reckon, Joe?
It'll depend how long it sits in the tank. Someday in an anchorage you're having a beer you haven't polished for a while, you'll polish.
Yeah, that's why I wanted that fuel counter, so I can see how much fuel we're polishing in one sitting. So if we got the key to all of this is to try to keep the tanks as full as possible, and that's been hard through remote Indonesia. You don't get diesel bug if you don't have water in there, and you don't have water in there if you don't bunker some water in the fuel, or you don't have condensation on the inside of the tanks. So there's probably a bit of water in here because we've been running aircon in the boat for the last month in the shipyard, and you wake up and there's condensation even on the outside of the boat on the fiberglass because the boat's nice and cold. So that'll be happening inside the tank as well. So there's going to be some water in here for sure.
it to me when I'm going to go through that.
Do that one if you want. Those were the easy ones. We were pretty sure there were no baffles going side, like transverse across it. But you're going to run into something here.
Hit it and it goes bang.
That marking at the center line is where the baffle is, correct?
Yeah.
We think so.
It's not I think we might need something.
You almost got through it.
Yeah.
Did that come from this side?
Have a crack. I might have got halfway through it.
Running around says Jamie's heading up the Jamie 465.
We've been doing more than cutting it lately, trust me.
Not getting through that.
We also have a reciprocating saw when we reach that baffle. TJ says this is way too professional and those lines are way too straight. Get the boys a couple of cans.
They'll definitely be straighter. If I... Let's see if I can see.
Let's get one cut with the multi-tool. Oh, fuck. Oh, whoops.
Excuse my language.
Could be welded down it.
Is it thick?
Oh. Okay, it's welded down it. So
4 holes, one each corner of the line of it.
what? How's there so much fuel in it? Still a ton of fuel in the tank. We must have the filter just must have got so blocked that it looked like it was empty.
How
Full of
thick's
fuel.
Nah.
No fair
It's not
peeking.
that full. Huh?
Somebody says no fair peeking when you look under the.
Okay, so it's connected there, so we can. Only one choice is to.
Multi-tool,
some sort?
this. That's long.
No, it's welded here. Let's go back to drilling a hole.
Oh,
So,
you're gonna go.
As usual with any boat job, it's always a lot harder than you think. Any questions, Stuart?
Why doesn't Colin have a POV cam on his forehead? Are the fumes making you guys sick? Give us a look.
Okay.
Drill a hole and cut it along the weld, and I think that's what they're going to do.
Straight along it.
Give it a hold it. Camera in there first.
Somebody asked if there's diesel fumes. Yes. Now. Just now. Do we drink for wavy cuts too, y'all?
What's that?
Do we drink for wavy cuts too, y'all?
We haven't actually said bug for a while.
Okay, here's all the bug. How much can you see?
Whoa. This. See on this side, it's coming up.
Actually can't tell how much is on the bottom. Give that back to you. Okay, so there's still the tank is a really strange shape, and it kind of slopes in on this side and that side, so there's not as much fuel in there as it looks. There's only about that much to the bottom, but I can see sludge all over the bottom of the tank. A whole bunch of swarf. We have to get all that out. So yeah, got a little bit of work to do. This isn't going to affect anything. We can cut that off. We'll clean that up. Could actually just leave it there, and then seal the tank up like we said. The only other thing that I didn't mention before is that we're going to use some perma-shield, just a thin layer top and bottom of the seal here. So yeah, today's mission, which we will film and will be coming out in a few weeks, is to get the get the rest of that diesel out.
Shit.
And
Yeah,
then
it could be 20
and then
litres
clean
in
it
there,
up.
I think.
But this is a nice upgrade to the situation anyway, just to have some way to inspect the fuel tank. I thought that would have been pretty standard, but it was not. So should we go to a Q&A?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
From the picture I'm seeing, not being able to look in the tank, on the side, above the fuel line, on the side walls of the tank, was that diesel bug or was that pitting?
Diesel bug.
Diesel bug, okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's some black sludge.
Yep.
One thing I want to think about for the fuel transfer system is that the main fuel pickup for the engines doesn't go all the way to the bottom. So if there's a way to sort of modify that to get that a bit lower, or there's a spare one here that I can tap into, because water's going to sit at the very, very, very bottom of the tank, and that's the thing that I want to get out of the tank more than anything, is that water down the bottom. Obviously zero access to the bottom of the tank to do anything other than come from the top, but I haven't been able to see how these aluminium tubes going down, how they're sitting in there, whether they're welded and they can't be like dropped down or anything. But we'll get a better idea of that when we get all this fuel out. I think this fuel can go in the trash, but yeah.
A lot of comments about the shavings and the fuel and stuff, but that's all going to be completely cleaned up,
Yeah.
but just not in this live.
So we've ended up with really good access to both sides of that baffle. Pretty happy with the size of that for sure. For us and any future owners of this boat. Anything else, Joe?
How much room is there for a drain at the bottom?
Zero access.
And nowhere to drain it to.
That would be
Another
Yeah.
through hole.
We'd have to rip out all this, everything,
Yeah.
to lift it out.
What do you got, Joe?
Somebody wants to know if you're going to be able to feel the cover through the mattress. No.
No,
It's
there's a-
6 inches,
There's a
8
bed,
inches.
bed frame there.
Put a diesel rated hose to put on the bottom of the pickup tube.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think that tube is welded to the top of the tank here. But if we could slip something up under it, that's not a bad idea.
Washing machine upgrade? Question mark.
Nothing. The problem with the washing machine, it'd be amazing, but it's the amount of storage it takes up. The only place we could possibly put it is in Aziz's room, who's holding this camera, by the way. She's been looking after the dogs at a beautiful villa on the mainland. You might have seen that episode. And it would just take up a lot of space, a lot of power. I'm just going to man up and keep doing it by hand.
Are they going to use a wet vac just to get the sludge out?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a little shop back there. First we'll get this diesel out with the extractor.
Marcy wants to know, compare what you found to what you expected to find.
It's great question, Marcy. We miss you. Marcy sailed around New Zealand with us for a little bit. Marcy and Ted.
We can't tell because there's too much fuel on top at the moment, so we're not exactly sure how much sludge is underneath.
We thought this tank was going to be empty. Amateur.
I don't know if I can stick anything down there and just give it a swirl.
You can see there's just a layer of black crap. There's about that much diesel in the bottom.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a good chunk.
We're going to be able to use my new little transfer setup to get this fuel out into some jerry cans.
Rumming around says, put your hand in there, Jamie, and see what's up.
Roaming around. He's got this little floating bar at the Annapolis Boat Show. We still haven't had time to go on it, but yeah, the patrons have a good time when they cruise around on that thing.
Put that in there, see if that.
Go on in. What are you going to do with that?
I just want to see if it looks. Stirred it up. We're going flat.
Maybe we won't stir it up so that we can get the fuel out, or else there'll be big chunks of sludge floating around that might get into that pickup.
Tam Tam says, don't do it, Jamie.
Tammy!
How's
How many people we got on there? Is this getting boring now?
There's 64.
64. What's happening, patrons? How long have we been going for? Feels like
36 minutes.
serious. Oh, it's a nice little episode, I reckon. All right, we'll do 2 more questions.
What did you guys end up naming your beer?
Oh, so the beer thing's taken an absolute standstill. It's a lot more work than we thought it would be. Just like this diesel bug situation. Yeah, no news on the beer. We've been drinking Tigers here, which are going down quite nicely after work, HOs.
Yeah, too
In the
nice.
pool. One more. Or was that 2?
Oh, one more. Have you surfed Malaysia yet?
No surf. We haven't had much fun here yet at all. We try to take a day off every week. What day are we taking off this week? Villa Day.
Well, that'll be Monday.
Yeah, no days off this week. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Villa Day.
Hope that was fun.
I'll try to address some of these questions to the patrons on the tracking app.
Yeah,
Any that I missed, because they're coming fairly quick.
yeah. Can't keep up. Yeah, so Chose is doing the basically daily updates on our Patreon tracker. So if you don't have that link, it's at the top of the page on Patreon. Yeah, he takes photos and does a little blog every day. You love it, eh, Chose?
I do. It's fun.
So,
I need questions though, because it's not like a regular passage where we're catching a fish and we can take pictures of it and
Catching
talk
a
about what's
fish?
happened. Yeah.
Felt like years since we caught a
Yeah,
fish.
well, I've across the Pacific.
yeah.
Lots of fish.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in, patrons. And if you're watching this on our normal episode time, I hope you enjoyed that. No normal episode this week. We haven't missed a weekly episode for like 4 years. So this is a nice little sort of week off for us to just upload this live and not have to do a full edit. So it's nice for the crew. Hope you enjoyed it. Brit's away at the moment. If you're wondering where she is, she's just in Perth with Sunny, who came sailing with us. They're doing some surfing and they've been planning that trip for months. So she's having a blast. She'll be back on Saturday.
And we've got
Anything else?
We've got a lot of work to do to get this diesel out, clean it by the
When
time
does the
we're
sweating start?
We've got aircon blasting down here. It's not as fumey as I thought it would be.
No, the vent's open too.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But we're going to try sort this all out today. Must be what, 10 o'clock now?
What time's lunch?
We want to have this all, no lunch today. We're going to have this all buttoned up by 4:30,
We'll have to
aka bear o'clock.
We'll have to sneak to the pool bar around lunch, I reckon, Charlie. We'll leave you to it.
All right, that's a wrap. Thank you guys. See you next
Cheers,
Sunday.
guys.
Cheers.
See ya.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.